Welcome to Fine Fires YouTube. Today we're going to have an adventure over here in Hollywood for Hollyridge Trail that's going to take us all the way to the Hollywood sign. Not only follow me on Instagram, you can follow me on Instagram at the Color Bet. Please subscribe, hit the like button, fire it up. I'm the main host, Mondo. Let's do this. Just got done parking over there in the dirt field on the left side. You got a little bit of a hike, which will lead us to the beginning of Hollyridge Trail to the Hollywood sign.
Yeah.
So give us a little bit of information where we're about to get into.
So there's a couple of different trails in this area. I saw that on All Trails there were 2 trails that lead to the Hollywood sign. We're doing a slightly shorter one. The other one was like 6.1 miles. We're doing one that's 5.1 miles. The elevation is 849 feet. The other one was like 1,100
There's a lot of big differences between the 2 hikes.
And this is an out and back hike. So we go up and then we come back down. So it's not a loop. But I'm excited because I've lived here like almost all my life and never did the Hollywood sign I always thought this was intimidating, so I didn't do it, but I'm excited to do it together.
I've always done the Griffith Observatory hikes. I've never had a chance to actually do the Hollywood sign hike because I never knew where it started.
Yeah.
But once again, shout out to All Trails app for helping us with everything.
I'm glad that you like the app now. You're using it too.
One cool thing about it, tell them about the upgrade of the app because we had to do that today.
So when you upgrade your app, it's like $30 a year that's really good for the year.
For All Trails.
Yeah, for All Trails. And so you can download, because the service here is really bad. Like here, we don't even have 1 bar. I think there's 0 service. So we had to download the map because we'll get lost for sure.
Yeah, I don't know where we're going because reception's gone.
Yeah, it's gone, and we just don't know left from right, and we can't spend all day trying to look for the Hollywood sign.
You know, one thing I'm already realizing, bugs.
Yeah, I see their bugs on you already.
I know, but
and so we brought a bug wristband. We're gonna try it out, and hopefully
it works on my legs because I already feel the bug. We hadn't even started the hike.
Yeah, they're already swarming on you.
We are talking too much.
Let's go.
Let's fire it up.
Let's go.
So we'll see how challenging this one is from the terrain.
Yeah.
Uphill, downhill, all that stuff.
It's warm today, so
that's one thing that they kept saying in the reviews of this hike, that there's no shade.
Oof.
So
bring a hat,
sunscreen, all that good stuff. So this is it. This is how you start today's hike. This is what the first part of the hike looks like.
It's really pretty.
Uphill. I know it's always
small.
uphill, but like this one just started off with it.
For the views, Mondo.
Yeah. A lot of greenery though.
Yeah, I was just noticing that too. Luckily we had some rain last month, that everything's pretty green and lush, and it feels fresh and cool in this area.
All right. We're about 0.3 miles in. I just want to give a layout of the land. I think we're gonna be headed that way, and then wherever the Hollywood sign is, I think it's that way. One thing to mention.
That way.
Oh, it's to the left?
Yeah, it's that way.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Well, we'll find out who's right at some point in this vlog. I wanted to say this hike's only like maybe 15-20 minutes away from Universal Studios Hollywood.
Yeah.
So it's not that far. Just want to let everybody know.
Griffith Park.
We're about 0.5 in now. Just want to keep everybody updated what this trail looks like. All the way up, all the way up, all the way up. A lot of bugs, man. Bring that bug spray for sure.
Yeah.
Or the bug wristband stuff.
The wristbands are great because you don't have that like smell on you all the time.
Yeah.
You can take it off, put it back on.
Very beautiful so far. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I told you it was on the left.
I told you it was this way.
I told you it was on the left.
The right.
That's what I said on the. If you go back in this video, you'll know I said to the left.
You said the right. You're like, yeah, it's somewhere over
My
there.
other left. quick update on everything. This is relentless. It's straight up incline. It looks like it's gonna get a lot better and then probably flatten out a little bit to the actual Hollywood sign. But holy smokes, this is tough. So Mr. Big, give us the update.
Right,
Where are we at?
So we're about a mile in, and we still have about a mile and a half to go. And you can see the Hollywood sign right there, the Hollywood. And you can see, like, you can even see the beach, the Santa Monica beach right here. You can see. You
can. It's so cool.
Luckily it's like a clear day. The overcast isn't too overcast. The smog isn't so bad, so you can see downtown LA, all of the skyscrapers in LA. Oh, there's birds fighting right there.
Oh my God.
They're fighting for the same branch. And then you can see the ocean, so that's really, really cool. And I think maybe, hopefully, we can probably start to see like the Getty, the Griffith, and all that from up here.
What do you think of this hike so far and the challenge?
I really like it visually. It's beautiful. Everything's green and lush, and I really like it. It is pretty tough. Like, you're going straight up for 2.5 miles, but then I keep thinking once we're almost about halfway in, then it's all downhill and it'll be a breeze to get home.
But downhill is not always the easiest either. Your quads start working.
They do, but I still think downhill is a lot easier than uphill no matter what.
Post in the comments, what's worse, uphill or downhill?
I think,
We're 1.2? 1.2?
Yeah. We're 1.2 miles in. We've done like 563 feet elevation gain.
Look at this view. I'm gonna sit down. It says enjoy the beauty. Oh yeah. I saw the bench from right there. This hike is jacked up. It's cool to see some of the people that bring their dogs. Like, there's some dogs that are super fit, man. They go up the hill like nothing. Honestly, I am like really proud of myself today. This has been a very, very challenging hike for me. The whole incline has been pretty brutal, but we're not giving up, taking the breaks and drinking lots of water. And thankfully I had a protein shake in the morning instead of a breakfast burrito like last time.
Yeah, that was a bad idea.
Breakfast burrito before hiking.
Like, breakfast like right here, that just
it was just like a brick in your gut.
I couldn't expand my diaphragm or whatever you call it.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
So we're gonna eat something healthy after this, and this is fun. I'm gonna keep doing these hikes. Hopefully we could keep doing them on Mondays, weather permitted, and just as long as the schedule allows us. But this is something I definitely want to keep doing. It's a lot of fun. I get to spend time with my girlfriend and enjoy these views. Let me zoom out a little bit more. Look at this. Wow. Ocean, some mountains, Los Angeles skyline. Just beautiful. All right, just past that bench. I feel like this is kind of the halfway point to the sign. Kind of flattens out and goes straight for a while instead of straight uphill.
Yeah, it's starting to level out now.
Sitting on that bench was nice. I needed that. All right, so after that brutal beginning, looks like about the last 1 mile, 1.3 miles is a nice casual stroll on the top of this huge mountain. But this has been an amazing hike so far. All Trails app actually provides a lot of reviews that are really current to the hike that you're trying to do. And this specific hike said a lot of horse poop. And they were not lying. I just want to let people know, be aware, it's true.
It's very true. A lot.
Yeah. It was one of those, like, you can't, like, not notice it.
It's everywhere.
But only on this, like, last mile.
Yeah. We are 1.8 miles in, and we can finally see the Griffith Observatory right here. So if you follow along this trail and it breaks off into another trail, and 2 miles on that trail, you'll hit the observatory.
No, you hit the observatory hike. You still got a long way to go
for sure?
Yeah, it's long.
Yeah. So we're not 100% sure we're doing the right thing, but the trail did split off, and so one went kind of uphill and one went a little downhill, but I think they both connect to the Hollywood sign. Yeah, and so we're going downhill. I think this one said it was 0.3 miles. The other one said it was 0.7 miles. So I think we're going the right way. We'll see.
Other people went this way too, so but hopefully this is to the Hollywood sign. Okay, so we chose the left side.
Yeah.
All Trails app came through.
Yeah, and I want to just mention that Mondo recommended we do this way.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
I said right.
No, Mondo, you didn't.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
So
guys.
the app actually told us we were going the wrong way.
Yeah, I opened up my phone and it dinged me, and it's like, you're off route. You're off trail, so
we gotta go back up.
We're gonna go back.
We all thought we knew what we were doing.
Mondo, that's the last time I listened to you.
After all this craziness, we can finally see the sign. Good morning. Look at it. There it is.
We did it.
I don't know how close we get.
We did it, Mondo.
Do you know how close we get?
I think we get pretty close. I don't know. Let's find out.
That's so cool.
Let's find out.
That is so cool. It's like we're almost there.
I think this is the top of the hike. This is the end of the trail, and we can see the Hollywood sign perfectly from this viewing area. It's gorgeous. Mondo was like, I thought it'd be bigger.
Yeah, I bet you if we get closer to the sign, it's probably huge, but I thought it was like super huge.
And it still looks small, but compared to like, you can see that from so many places, you know, in the valley and
you can clearly see the Hollywood sign,
Yeah, but here it looks so beautiful, white, perfect.
Talk about what somebody explained to us a little bit earlier.
Yeah, so we weren't kind of sure what kind of view of the Hollywood sign we were going to get, and there's two different trails, and we thought they both went to the Hollywood sign. But what we're assuming is that the second trail that seemed a little bit harder, because it's a little bit longer and a more higher elevation. Here we're at like 800 feet elevation. The other trail was like 1200 feet elevation. So it's a lot more high up. We think that trail goes behind the Hollywood sign. And so we were kind of thinking like, oh, this is the end of the trail. We're not at the sign. We thought
we thought we were going to be by the sign, legit, like by the sign.
Yeah, we thought we were going to be in the sign.
And that second trail actually takes you behind the sign, which we would have been upset.
We're like,
because you can't see the sign.
We're like, man, this is the end of the trail. Like, we're not at the sign like we saw in photos and stuff. But a group walking down, she explained, she's like, yeah, I've done this hike before, and I was disappointed because I only got to see behind the sign. So I think this one worked out perfectly because we get the view we want of the Hollywood sign.
Yeah.
And that's right in the front.
Overall, this hike took us about 2.5 hours just to get here.
Yeah.
I don't foresee the down being that bad, but this hike was a lot of fun. The views are just incredible and breathtaking.
Beautiful.
It's cool for the majority of the hike that you have like LA skyline and the ocean as your view.
The ocean too, like that's the coolest thing too.
Yeah, this is a trail I definitely recommend. It is going to be about 5 or a little bit more than 5 miles in total. Yeah. If you do want to get into this trail, understand it's definitely at that moderate. It was pretty brutal, that uphill in the beginning. Yeah. It did even out and not so inclined, but overall it was really tough and an awesome challenge. I never want any of the hikes we do to be just super easy. I always like it to be a challenge. And it was definitely rewarding to finally come up here and have the Hollywood sign. That was cool.
That's really cool.
I've never been this close to it. I've done the Griffith Observatory hike many times and have always said like, man, I want to hike to the Hollywood sign one day. Yeah. And I'm glad that this hike didn't take us behind the sign, because that like defeats.
What kind of view is that? There's like an 8 right here.
You're looking at the back of the Hollywood sign. We're in the front, so this was definitely the preferred Hollywood sign trail to do. Mm-hmm. And what was it called again?
I think it's like
Hollyridge Canyon Trail or something.
Yeah. We're gonna give you a snapshot of like what the.
And I'll put the info in the description of today's video. So if you want to do this hike, it'll all be in the description. Time to start our hike down. But it was a beautiful hike all the way up.
It was so pretty.
now just trying to get the quads on fire do the hike down. But before we go down, I just want to show the view from the very top of today's hike. So gorgeous. You can see some of the hotels that are kind of famous over here. Super famous hotels and buildings. Just got done with the bench, which I'm very thankful whoever put that there. Now we just got to hike down, about 1.5 miles left. The hike down hasn't been so bad, but this is just straight downhill now for a while. The going down portion of today's hike, because like going up hurt, going down's not so bad. Like my quads and the terrain and everything, it's pretty good. This has definitely been one of my favorite hikes I've ever done in my life. Damn.
Whoa. Do you see it, Mondo?
Wow. I guess there's a pack.
It just walked right.
Don't get too loud. Let's keep walking. There's coyotes at the end of the hike today. Finally made it to the bottom. How long did it take?
It took us exactly 3.5 hours from start to finish. Yeah.
And we didn't put sunscreen on, so I know I'm sunburned.
I know. We're getting a little tan, a little glow on. I don't know.
Overall,
My
what are your
shoulders.
thoughts? What are your thoughts?
Perfect hike, guys. We even saw coyotes towards the end of the hike.
Lots of birds.
Lots of
lot
birds.
Of nature.
The sounds. I saw huge butterflies. It's probably one of my favorite hikes, I think.
Yeah.
Hollywood sign.
And for me to finally do the Hollywood sign, it was like a big accomplishment. Me and my friends got into hiking a lot, maybe 10 years ago, as crazy as that sounds. And we never did the Hollywood hike. So I'm really thankful the Mystery Bay was up and willing to do these crazy hikes. I think 5 miles is kind of my cutoff. I don't know if I could do more than that right now.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I got to build my way up. 5 miles is a lot. And then an elevation of 800 or whatever we were at today, I kind of feel like that's my limit too.
Yeah, that's a good point. We'll keep that in mind.
Because it got a little crazy today.
Yeah.
You got to know your limitations.
Yeah.
Please post in the comments if you have any recommendations of good hikes that you guys want us to try out. We're putting everything in a list, so like we got a long way to go. Big year ahead of us.
But we love doing this as a Monday thing.
Yeah, we're gonna keep trying to do as many hikes as possible, schedule allowing. But this is something I'm glad we're doing, and just for the workout we got today, I'm gonna be feeling it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Probably for a while.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Do not forget to hit that like button on the way out. And thank you for supporting the fire. We are firing it down, firing it down. The Cali Bay is calling it a day. I'm the main host, Mondo.